student, welcome to our physics class. Last day, what we read? Already we learned about the definition of work, energy, simple machine, functioning of simple machine, mechanical advantage of a machine, efficiency of a machine, and types of simple machines. How many types of simple machines are there? 6 types of simple machines are there. Lever, inclined plane, wedge, screw, pulley, bell and axle. We read lever little bit that day, the principle of lever. Today we learn about the classification of lever. According to the position of fulcrum, effort and load, we classify the lever as first order or first class lever, second order or second class lever, third order or third class lever. In class 1 lever, already I told you, when you attend the video class, you have to keep the book open and one pencil in your hand. Remember that thing? So now I told the important lines and definition. You mark it. In class 1 lever, the fulcrum lies between the load and the effort. In class 1 lever, mark it. The fulcrum lies between the load and the effort. Scissor is one of the example of first class or first order lever. The fulcrum is in between the load and effort. Here we place the load. When we cut any paper or piece of a cloth, then we place it here, and the effort we place here. Like this way we cut it. And where is the fulcrum? The fulcrum is in the middle. So scissor is an example of first class lever. So first class lever or first order lever, fulcrum always lies between the load and the effort. The fulcrum always lies between the load and effort. Are you able to understand? Now you see the book. That is, the load and the effort are on the opposite sides of the fulcrum. Pair of scissors, pliers, wire cutter, beam balance, crowbar, seesaw are some example of class 1 lever. In class 1 lever, some figure is also given in your book. I think most of you are enjoying with seesaw in the park. So you know that one, the seesaw, in the middle the fulcrum is there, and one side effort, one side load. This is the class 1 lever of example of class 1 lever. In class 1 lever, the effort arm can be longer than, equal to or shorter than the load arm. So in class 1 lever, the fulcrum is in between the load and effort. So sometimes the effort arm is longer than the load arm. Sometimes the effort arm is equal to the load arm. Sometimes the effort arm is smaller than the load arm. So because of this, the mechanical advantage of class 1 lever. What is the mechanical advantage? Load by effort equal to effort arm by load arm equal to mechanical advantage. So when the effort arm is smaller than the load arm, then the mechanical advantage is less than 1. When it is equal, that means the load arm is equal to the effort arm, the mechanical advantage is 1. When the effort arm is longer than the load arm, then mechanical advantage greater than 1. It depends on the length of the effort arm and load arm. So we can classify the class 1 lever when the fulcrum lies between the load and the effort. The lever is called class 1 lever or lever of first order. This type of lever can lift heavy loads with the application of small effort. Such levers act as a force multiplier. Mark it. So where were you mark? First, the definition, the previous page number 57. What is first order lever or first class lever? In class 1 lever, the fulcrum lies between the load and the effort. That is, load and the effort are on the opposite sides of the fulcrum. This is the definition of class 1 lever or first order lever. Example, mark it. Pair of scissors, pliers, wire cutter, beam balance, crowbar, seesaw are the examples. Already you marked. Next page. In class 1 lever, the effort arm can be longer than the load arm. The effort arm can be longer than the load arm, equal to the load arm or shorter to the load arm. Because of this, the mechanical advantage, mark it. The mechanical advantage of a class 1 lever can be more than 1, equal to 1, less than 1. In class 1, lever generally help us multiplying the applied force when the effort arm is longer than the load arm. This type of lever can lift heavy loads with the application of small effort. Such levers acts as a force multiplier. So first class lever or class 1 lever acts as a force multiplier. Okay, so this is the class 1 lever, about the class 1 lever. Now we come to the class 2 lever. Class 2 lever, the example of class 2 lever there, that is the wheelbarrow, lemon squeezer, bottle opener, paper cutter. These are the bottle opener. I am showing you one bottle opener. This is the bottle opener. We can open the bottle in this. The fulcrum is one end. This is the fulcrum. Fulcrum is one end. Load is in the middle, effort is in another end. So we can open it. The load is in between the fulcrum and the effort. This is the bottle opener, is the example of second order lever. So what is the second order lever or class 2 lever? When the fulcrum is at the end, load in the middle and fulcrum is another end. So in class 2 levers, the load lies between the effort and the fulcrum. That is, the effort and the fulcrum are on the opposite sides of the load. Effort, we are applying the effort in this place. Load is in the middle, the fulcrum is another end. So effort and fulcrum is in opposite sides of the load. This is known as second order lever. Second order lever. Bottle opener, lemon squeezer, paper cutter, nut cracker. These are the second order lever. So mark it. From where to where you mark, see your book. In class 2 levers, the load lies between the effort and fulcrum. That is, the effort and fulcrum are on opposite sides of the load. Up to this, the definition of class 2 lever. example of class 2 lever, mark it. Nutcrackers, wheelbarrow, bottle opener, lemon squeezer, paper cutter. These are the example of class 2 lever. So clear class 2 lever? Next come. In class 2 lever, the effort arm is always longer than the load arm. Why? See that once. Fulcrum is in one end, effort is another end, load is in the middle. So from fulcrum to load arm, from fulcrum to effort arm. So effort arm is always greater than the load arm. Okay, that is why the second class lever is always used as a force multiplier, and mechanical advantage of second order lever is always more than 1. Is it clear? In class 2 levers, the effort arm is always, I show you the effort arm, how the effort arm is always, because from fulcrum to effort, load is in between the fulcrum and effort. So effort arm is always greater than the load arm. Hence, this helps us multiplying the applied force. The mechanical advantage of the class 2 lever, mark it, is always greater than 1. This is class 2 lever. So we learn about the class 1 lever, class 2 lever. Next comes to the class 3 lever or third order lever. In market, in class 3 levers, the effort lies between the load and the fulcrum. The effort lies between the load and the fulcrum. The effort lies between the load and the fulcrum. That is, the load and the fulcrum are on the opposite sides of the effort. Up to here, this is the definition of third order lever. A hockey stick, a human forearm. Human forearm. The fulcrum is this one. We can put the load in another hand. The effort is in the middle. The tongs. The fulcrum is one end, effort we are applied in the middle, and load is another end. So load is one end, fulcrum is another end, effort is in the middle. So from here, from fulcrum to load, load arm. From fulcrum to effort, effort arm. Here the load arm is always longer than the effort arm. Understand? In the third order lever, the effort arm is always shorter than the load arm. Why I am showing you? In class 3 lever, the effort lies between the load and the fulcrum. That is, the load and the fulcrum are on the opposite sides of the effort. Up to here, the definition. A hockey stick, the human forearm, fishing rod, tongs, tweezers, forceps are some example of class 3 lever. Okay, in class 3 levers, the effort arm is always shorter than the load arm. I show you how the effort arm, effort from to fulcrum, this is the effort arm. From load to fulcrum, this is the load arm. So load arm is longer than the effort arm, or effort arm is shorter than the load arm. In third order or class 3 lever, the effort arm is always shorter than the load arm. This type of lever always reduces the applied force or effort. The mechanical advantage of class 3 lever is always less than 1. Always less than 1. These are the three examples and definitions of liver. Classification of liver. So today what we learn? We learn about the classification of the liver according to the position of their fulcrum, effort and load. Is it clear? Today up to this, because you learn properly. Okay, the first order or class 1 liver, the second order or class 2 liver, third order or class 3 liver. Today up to this. Bye.